What if I told you that a single Instagram repost could bring one of the strongest, most admired men in the entertainment world to the edge of tears? What if the reason wasn't a scandal, a breakup, or a career crisis, but the pure love of an 87-year-old grandmother? And what if this moment revealed the most fragile, most human side of John Yaman we have ever seen? Stay with me, because what just happened on John Yaman's Instagram has moved millions around the world. And today on Magazine News and Gossip, we are breaking down the story that proves real emotion still exists behind fame, muscles, and spotlight glamour. If you thought you already knew everything about John Yaman's heart, think again. Forget for a moment the intense filming schedule of Sandokan, the brutal gym workouts, the fashion magazine covers, and the red carpet appearances. Because today's story has nothing to do with fame, success, or image. Today's story is about vulnerability, about gratitude, and about a connection so pure that it made John Yaman publicly admit he was close to tears. So what could possibly shake a man who seems unbreakable? The answer has a name: Betty. Betty is 87 years old, and in just a few hours, she became an unexpected global sensation. Not because she wanted attention, not because she planned it, but because her love for John Yaman is so sincere, so deep, that it stopped the internet in its tracks. It all started when John Yaman reposted a video on his Instagram story. At first glance, it might seem like just another fan mention, but this was different. This was not about admiration. This was about devotion. Alongside the repost, John wrote a sentence so simple, yet so powerful, that it instantly touched hearts worldwide. "You make me cry." Those 4 words changed everything. Because the original video is not just emotional. It is a mirror of what John Yaman represents to people across generations, cultures, and countries. Picture this scene. It feels like something straight out of a movie. There is Betty, an 87-year-old woman whose daily routine, energy, and joy revolve around one thing: John Yaman. And when I say revolve, I mean something almost unbelievable. 14 hours a day. Yes, you heard that right. 14 hours every single day spent watching John Yaman's series. Not casually, not occasionally, but passionately. Betty's love goes far beyond being a fan. It is companionship. It is comfort. It is happiness woven into her everyday life. For her, John Yaman is not just an actor on a screen. He is part of her world. In the video John shared, we learned that Betty's days are a continuous emotional journey through the characters that made John a global star. She doesn't choose just one role. She lives them all. Her mornings begin in the advertising agency of her Kensikas, where she falls in love with the free-spirited, adventurous Ken Divot. By lunchtime, she has moved into the kitchen of Dolyane, where Ferret Aslan's discipline and perfectionism capture her heart. But she doesn't stop there. Yalan from Inadina Ask appears next, followed by the irresistible Oscar from Bay Yanlis. Comedy, romance, drama, one after another, without ever getting tired. What makes this even more powerful is Betty's age. A woman who has lived nearly 9 decades still finds excitement, curiosity, and emotional connection in John Yaman's performances. That alone speaks volumes about his charisma, his ability to cross generations, his ability to make people feel. But the moment that truly shattered hearts, including John's, was not how much she watches him. It was how she speaks about him. Betty does not call him by his full name. She does not say the famous actor. She does not talk about celebrity status. According to the person who filmed the video, Betty wakes up every single morning with one question: what's new with the boy? That word, the boy. In emotional translation, it carries the meaning of my child. It reflects maternal affection, protection, care. love without conditions. For Betty, John Yaman is not unreachable. He is not distant. He is like a grandson she worries about. She wants to know if he is okay, if he has eaten, if he is happy. And this is exactly why John Yaman's reaction matters so much. Despite millions of followers, international fame, and endless admiration, what touched him most was not applause. It was not success. It was being seen as human. Seeing John write, "You make me cry," proves something incredibly important. Behind the image of El Turco, behind the muscles and the headlines, there is a sensitive man. A man capable of gratitude. A man who understands the weight of pure love. Because when someone who has lived almost a century chooses to spend 14 hours a day with you, that is not just admiration. That is an honor. And a responsibility. And speaking of El Turco, Betty still has something waiting for her. According to the video, she hasn't watched that production yet. But one thing is certain. She is already counting the days until Sandokan premieres. Imagine Betty, at 87, waiting excitedly to see her baby transform into the tiger of Malaysia, jumping from ship to ship, fighting pirates, living adventure. That dream keeps her spirit young. On social media, people often say that John Yaman keeps his deepest emotions private. He usually shares his professional life or his charity work with Yaman for children. But this moment was different. Sharing Betty's video was not content. It was a confession. It showed us that John sees everything. He feels everything. For him, it's not about algorithms. It's about real people, real stories. Watching this from Italy, from a hotel room or a quiet home, John may have felt nostalgia. He may have thought about his own grandmothers, about home, about warmth, about the emotional safety that fame can never replace. In an industry obsessed with numbers, trends, and virality, admitting vulnerability is rare. That's why those words mattered so much. You make me cry. They brought John Yaman down from the pedestal and placed him right next to us, on the couch, watching Betty with the same tenderness she shows him on screen. And let's not forget the impact on the fan community. By sharing this moment, John acknowledged every single supporter. Not everyone watches him 14 hours a day, but millions support him, vote for him, stream his shows, and stand by him. Betty became the symbol of all El-Badas and loyal fans worldwide. The message was clear. I see you. I appreciate you. You move me. The wait for Sandokan continues. And even though Betty hasn't seen El Turco yet, her loyalty remains unshaken. Can you imagine her reaction if she knew John Yaman saw her video and was touched by it? She would probably smile at the screen and say, "Why are you crying, my dear? Everything is fine." That simplicity, that unconditional love. That is why this story is bigger than any romance rumor or million-dollar contract. Today, the headline is not about a heartthrob. It's about a man moved by a grandmother's love. And in the end, human connection is the strongest force of all. We send Betty a big kiss. What a queen. Thank you, John, for your authenticity. And if you made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to magazine news and gossip, turn on notifications, like this video, and leave a comment. Because stories like this deserve to be shared.